Hello, you're tuning in the English News Bulletin on QPVN channel. I'm Cho Nguyễn, and now let me keep you up to date with the headlines. Prime Minister Phạm Minh Chính attends Vietnam Republic of Korea Tourism Promotion and Cultural Cooperation Forum. Military parade celebrating the 80th founding anniversary of the Vietnam People's Army to be held. Building brand name for Vietnamese coffee in Canada. Within the framework of its official visit to the Republic of Korea on July the 1st in Seoul, Prime Minister Phạm Minh Chính attended the Vietnam Republic of Korea Tourism Promotion and Cultural Cooperation Forum.
Addressing the event, Prime Minister CHINH highly valued the delegates' opinions and supported Vietnam Republic of Korea tourism and cultural cooperation ideas and projects proposed by the delegates. He said that Vietnam and the Republic of Korea are two Asian countries with many similarities in culture and history. Over the past 30 years, the two countries' relations have made remarkable progress, becoming a comprehensive strategic partner in 2022 and are now at their best. In particular, cooperation in tourism and culture is a bright spot. Analyzing the potential for tourism and cultural cooperation between the two countries, major directions for developing tourism and culture, the Prime Minister proposed that the Republic of Korea support and create conditions for the establishment of the Vietnamese Cultural Center in the Republic of Korea, and Korean businesses continue to promote investment in the fields of tourism, cultural industry, and entertainment in Vietnam. He also believed that the National Tourism Agency, local authorities, airlines, travel agencies, accommodations, hotels, and businesses of Vietnam and the Republic of Korea will work together to offer specific and practical cooperation programs and projects to lift Vietnam Republic of Korea cultural and tourism cooperation to a new height. At the event, under the witness of Prime Minister Phạm Minh Chính, Vietnamese and Korean agencies and businesses awarded 10 Memorandum of Understanding on cultural, trade, and tourism cooperation, including one between the Vietnam National Authority of Tourism and the Korean of Tourism Administration for the period of 2025-2026, and 4 between the national flag carrier Vietnam Airlines and its partners. VietJet Airlines celebrated 10 years of opening flights to the Republic of Korea and also announced a Daegu-Nha Trang route.
The same day, Prime Minister Phạm Minh Chính continued to meet with leaders of many South Korean economic groups to promote cooperation and investment with Vietnam in various fields.
Receiving the leaders of Hyundai Motor Group, Prime Minister CHINH highly appreciated the group's investment and business activities in Vietnam, while encouraging the group to pour capital into green transport, transfer technologies to Vietnam, raise localization rate, support Vietnamese firms to join supply chains and train personnel, and pay more heed to social welfare activities. He called on Hyundai to sponsor and invest in the fields of football in Vietnam. Regarding this, and the group's leaders said they would take the matter into consideration seriously. At another meeting with Yoon In-jung, Vice Chairman and COO of Doosan Enerbility, Prime Minister CHINH highly valued the group's practical, effective contributions to Vietnam in the production of industrial equipment and energy equipment, and supported and welcomed its new solutions and technologies in green and clean energy. Receiving Korea Federation of SMEs Chairman Kim Ki-moon and Industrial Bank of Korea Chairman and CEO Kim Sung-tae, the Vietnamese Prime Minister called for the support for Vietnamese small and medium-sized enterprises, while asking the Federation to coordinate with the Ministry of Planning and Investment in Vietnam to organize an investment forum at an appropriate time.
Afternoon the same day, head of the Party Central Committee's Commission for Information and Education, Nguyễn Trọng Nghĩa, and the delegation of National Assembly deputies from Tây Ninh Province held a meeting with voters from Hòa Thành Town and Gò Dầu District, Tây Ninh Province.
During the meeting, the Tây Ninh National Assembly delegation briefed the voters about the outcomes of the 7th session of the 15th National Assembly. They also reported on the activities of the Province National Assembly delegation and addressed voters' feedback and suggestions received prior to the 7th session. Voters raised numerous suggestions and recommendations concerning solutions for market price stabilization, upgrading rural roads, and expanding the list of health insurance medications for local residents. On behalf of the delegation, the Commission's head Nguyễn Trọng Nghĩa acknowledged the voters' contributions and addressed their questions and suggestions within his authority. He also informed voters about the country's socio-economic development achievements and those of Tây Ninh province in the first half of 2024, the current global situation, and Vietnam's role and position in the international arena recently.
On the morning of July the 1st, Senior Lieutenant General Nguyễn Văn Nghĩa, Deputy Chief of the General Staff of the Vietnam People's Army, chaired a conference on the preparation for and the organization of military parade, celebrating the 80th founding anniversary of the Vietnam People's Army and the 35th Whole People Defense Festive Day.
To build up and implement the project, the military training department and functional agencies inside and outside the military have carried out field survey at MINH National Stadium and proposed some adjustments in the plan. Accordingly, the number of blocks and equipment for some blocks participating in the parade will be adjusted, and a block of artillery vehicles will be added. General Nghĩa asked the relevant agencies and units to urgently carry out preparation work in terms of personnel and equipment for the parade and soon start training. Units that will deploy artillery vehicles must proactively build up plans for training, survey the routes and parade locations to ensure safety and punctuality.
Trips are an indispensable part of human life, especially for youth. Not only the fine memories, but the farther we go, the more understanding we gain, the more mature we are, and the more development opportunities we have. And for a number of Vietnamese young military officers, the exchange trip in India from June the 20th to the 26th had brought them useful knowledge and good experience.
Intuitive, vivid, and feasible, like operating real weapons. That is the feeling of the young officers of the Vietnam People's Army when visiting and experiencing the simulation training programs at the College of Military Engineering and the Ahmednagar Mechanized Infantry Center and School, or MICNS of India. I personally gained valuable experience when visiting the training units of the Indian Army. They've applied the cutting-edge science and technology such as AI, data analysis, modeling, and simulation in training cadets, officers, and soldiers in all military branches. During a 7-day exchange visit in India, the Vietnam People's Army officers confidently promoted their strengths and actively discussed with their partners on issues of mutual concern. The focus was on recruiting and training high-quality human resources in the military, the position and role of military youth in building defense potential, and dealing with non-traditional security threats. Such knowledge and experience gained from trips like this will be then applied in mission performance at their assigned units when returning to Vietnam. I myself and other young officers can apply the knowledge gained in this exchange program as well as the knowledge we've learned in the training process at our assigned units, as well as the actual combat in the military. I see the Indian Army has many effective measures, methods, and contents to educate their traditions. This trip has brought me a lot of experience about this, making the work more practical and effective, especially for youth union members at my unit. The trip offered the Vietnamese young officers not only useful knowledge, but also an opportunity to make new friends, who would then become an important bridge contributing to further deepening the friendship between the two countries in general and the two militaries in particular.
Coming up next, Vietnam and Croatia have great potential for cooperation and development. Building brand name for Vietnamese coffee in Canada. Vietnam and Croatia have experienced 3 decades of diplomatic relations with strong friendship, cooperation, and common prosperity. The two countries are looking towards a future with many opportunities for cooperation and development.
Over the past 3 decades, the two countries' relations have expanded in many fields, particularly politics, diplomacy, economics, and trade, with ample room for development. Bestowed with an array of the world's renowned landscapes and long beaches, the two countries hold huge potential to collaborate in tourism, sea-based economy, logistics, and people-to-people exchange. Vietnam also stands ready to serve as a gateway for Croatian goods to enter the ASEAN market. The two sides will also enhance cooperation within the framework of the ASEAN, EU, ASEM, and such domains as peacekeeping, climate change response, and humanitarian assistance. In the coming time, Vietnam and Croatia will focus on enhancing delegation exchanges at all levels, setting up new cooperation mechanisms, and expanding parliamentary collaboration. In addition, the two countries will continue broadening ties in the potential areas of food processing, logistics, transition to clean energy, high technology, digital economy, and pharmaceuticals.
The Canadian coffee market is estimated to have a stable import demand of around $1.4 billion per year. In the first quarter of 2024 alone, the value of coffee imports from Vietnam to this market reached $4.4 million, an increase of 12.2% compared to the same period last year.
In 2023, Vietnam exported coffee worth over $32 million to Canada, the highest figure according to statistics from 2013-2023, and a 220% growth compared to before the two countries joined the CPTPP. Seizing this opportunity, Cactus, a young Vietnamese enterprise in Canada, decided to choose the bustling city of Toronto as the location to open a coffee shop to introduce Vietnamese coffee and seek to expand the market for Vietnamese coffee products. The name Cactus is very meaningful to me because in any condition, cacti can rise and bloom. For women like us coming here to a rather cold place, we hope the name Cactus will also grow strongly despite many difficulties and challenges. Cactus started its business in 2021. Currently, the store introducing Vietnamese coffee products under its brand has gained a stable customer base, especially among Vietnamese customers who want to find the taste of their homeland in a foreign country. When I was in Vietnam, I frequently went to drink bubble tea and coffee. When I came here, I searched Vietnamese groups in Toronto to see if there was any place that offered the taste of Vietnam, and that's how I found this place. After a few visits, I have become a regular. In addition to winning the hearts of locals, Vietnamese coffee has also gained enthusiastic support from Vietnamese working and studying here. With the current growth rate and the expansion of Vietnamese brands like Cactus, Vietnamese coffee has the opportunity to surpass Mexico to become one of the top 10 coffee exporting countries to the Canadian market. Along with tea and coffee, we're collaborating with this brand to introduce new Vietnamese products. We hope Cactus will become an ambassador to introduce and promote Vietnamese brands. We want to develop coffee brands using Vietnamese origin coffee and hope that Cactus can boost franchising to establish a chain of outlets across Canada. This is one of the ways to promote export value through services which will bring significant value to Vietnam's exports in the future. Vietnam is currently the most renowned coffee representative in Canada among ASEAN countries with a market share of approximately 2%.
The application of AI technology will help improve diagnostic accuracy, support doctors in detecting 10 types of cancer and 22 common lifestyle diseases, and speed up the screening process. On July the 1st, the first AI-integrated Neuro high-tech screening center in Vietnam, also the first of its kind in Southeast Asia, was launched in Hanoi. Neuro Vietnam is the result of strategic cooperation between Fujifilm, the world's leading corporation in medical technology, and Team Matsuoka Japanese Medical Center, a pioneer in the field of early screening of cancer and stroke according to Japanese standards. The center aims to raise awareness and form the habits of proactively checking health of the Vietnamese people. It also serves as a cultural bridge, tightening the bond between Japan and Vietnam in the field of healthcare and bringing practical values to the community. For the first time, the Hanoi Lotus Festival will be held from July the 12th to the 16th in Tây Hồ District, touting the unique spiritual and cultural values of the land of Tây Hồ. This will be an opportunity to promote trade, strengthen linkages, production and consumption, and exchange experiences of Hanoi Lotus products with other provinces and cities, while stimulating tourism, arousing potential for developing local OCOP products, attracting tourists to Hanoi and Daeho, contributing to the local economic and tourism development. And that's all for now. Remember, you can always watch news again at QPVN.vn. Now, thank you for watching and hope to see you next time.